Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is going on, man? Cesar Mascoro Jr. with MH Sales Mastery, in with our 15 minutes to mastery that we used to do each and every day to get your day started off on the right foot with some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can go out and attack the day. Man, I was wondering if I was even going to remember the intro, but yeah, here we are, man. We've got the intro down as we bring back 15 minutes to mastery after several months of hiatus. Yeah, I like I wrote in the note, if you didn't read the post description, things got really overwhelming. We were growing so much. We had so much going on. And one of the things that had to give was me doing 15 minutes to mastery. But I've over the last few months, especially over the last couple of weeks, I've had several people reaching out asking me, "Hey, what's going on? What happened? Why aren't you doing it anymore?" We really enjoyed it. It really helped us. Maybe we didn't catch it right when you did it live, but we would watch it during the day and it just helped us out. So, man, Merry Christmas. We're bringing it back. Look, like I said, I can't guarantee that you'll see it live every time. I may have to record some of these things and put them out there, but you will get it daily, 7 days a week, just like always. All right. We did over 2 years straight of 15 minutes to mastery. So if you don't know about it, you hadn't seen it, go check out. You can go on our YouTube page. They're all on there. Okay. You can go on all our social media. All the episodes are there in the history. So you can go back there and check it out. But look, what is 15 minutes to mastery? 15 minutes to mastery is simply this. We come in every single day. We get you some words of encouragement. We get you maybe a lesson or two. Maybe we talk about something that we notice is going on with the industry so that you are prepared. You can get your head right. Because here's the thing, right? When I was selling, or even as a general manager or sales manager, every single morning on my drive to work, on my drive to the office, I always wanted to, I would listen to a podcast. I'd do something. I wasn't listening to music really just every so often, but I listened to a podcast that would get my head right, get my head in the right frame of mind so that when I got to the office, man, it was go time. It was just get into doing the business. I was already primed and ready. And I would share a message with my team. I would text them all on my way into the office. I would text them with some sort of message, something that would just get them to read, get their head thinking on something, so that when they walked into the office, man, it was go time. We would just attack. Because that's what it takes to be able to succeed in this industry, especially right now with the way the market is. We're going to get into that right now. I'm going to talk to you about what's going on. I'm going to talk to you about what is going on with the industry. I'm going to talk to you about what's going on with MH Sales Mastery, right? You still see the manufactured home sales mastery, but I'll tell you right now, we are making the switch to MH Sales Mastery. I think after 3 years, we've earned the right to condense it. You should know by this point in time who we are. And so that's what it's going to be. MH Sales Mastery. You'll start seeing that everywhere as we go along. But look, I want to talk to you about what's going on with the industry right now. Yes, it's getting harder. Yes, it's been harder. But I want to share something with you. You look at the numbers year over year, and they're up almost 2% nationwide. Now, your state may be down. Your state may be, you may have less sales than you did year over year or month over month. Okay. But what you have to understand this is a long-term play, right? Too many people get concerned on they see a number. Oh my God, this month we sucked. Well, guess what? Yeah, you sucked. Okay. But you know what else? The business didn't. In other words, maybe your business did, but the industry didn't. The industry is actually at a higher number. There's so much going on nationally that is a positive for the industry. There's things going on within the government. Just recently, if you're part of MHI, Manufacturing Housing Institute, the national industry, if you're part of that, you get those emails, you'll see where Congress is moving. Man, they're making adjustments, they're making changes that are positive to the manufactured home industry, and that is what's leading to. Even though you may feel like, oh my God, it's harder to get customers in, they're not answering me, they're not coming in, they're ghosting me, they're doing all these things. Guess what? The numbers are up almost 2% year over year from last year. And then you go and look back right now, what has happened. I saw an email from TMHA for Texas, obviously, right? Which is that the numbers are up, I'm sorry, almost 5% year over year. And so even though the deliveries were lower year over year, it's increased. So what does that mean to you? This is what it means to you. I can almost guarantee that those of you that are struggling, that those of you that are not getting the business, those of you that can't bring the customers in, that those of you that are not just thriving right now, you're skipping steps. You're being lazy. You have no process in place. You show up unprepared. Or maybe you come in. Maybe you come in ready to go. Maybe you come in extremely motivated to go out and do the great things, but you either allow yourself to get distracted. You don't execute on the things that you should be executing on, which is very simple. Very, very simple. You should be marketing. You should be pushing your pipeline if you've got any existing deals working. You should be deep into the prospecting, the hunting, the calls, the follow-up, the emails, the text messages, the video messages, the posting on social media, everything that it takes in order to get the attention, because that is what it takes today. If you're showing up at the office and maybe you post in it, and maybe you make 2 or 3 calls, and then you allow yourself to get into other things for whatever reason, and you don't have that edge to you mentally, if you don't have that thirst and that hunger within you to be able to execute at a high level, to gain the business and win at a high level, you're going to be crushed. You're going to be crushed. Plain and simple. You will be crushed. Now, don't get this mistaken, right? I don't want you guys thinking that you've got to be rude, crude, that you've got to just be intense all the time, right? What you hear from me right now, I'm not saying you got to show up and this is how you got to be on the phones. No. What I'm telling you is that internally, that's who you need to be. And your actions need to be executed upon with that same desire, with that same intensity, with that same intentionality, because that is what it takes to be able to get people's attention today. Not the force within it, but the consistency of it. The message that is very clear that they need to move forward. And it's not, look, gone are the days of, listen, I've only got this one house and you need to come and see before it's gone. If you're still selling that way, man, people aren't buying off on it. Look, some will. I'm not denying it, okay? But what people are really looking for today, in today's day and age, whether you agree with it or not, they're looking for people that can make them feel what they want to feel. And what they want to feel is they want to feel that you are professional, that you're going to treat them right. Not that you sound salesy, not that you're pitching the sale. No. You have to be a consultant. You have to educate. You have to inform. You have to remove all doubts. You have to remove the insecurities. You have to beat them to the punch. Listen, you got to be able to tell them when you're on the phone, I understand that you may be concerned about coming in and see me because you think that this is what's going to happen. You think that maybe you're going to make the wrong decision, and you think that I'm just going to be here to sell you something that you really don't need. But at the end of the day, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, you called me for a reason. And that reason is because of whatever situation they tell you they're in, right? You tell them that you wholeheartedly are there to help them make the best decision. And when you inform them and you educate them and you make them feel this way, you will earn more business. And you're going to, but here's the thing, you need to be prepared for something. You need to be prepared for them to still tell you no. You need to be prepared for them to still give you the objections. I sound like Jim Rome, right? Why not? No, okay, listen, back on track. You need to be prepared for them to give you the Heisman, right? And you're not some QB from Indiana to handle that. You gotta be prepared for it. And you've got to be prepared to not let them just walk away without being, like Joe said, the expert. And you know what an expert does, Joe? An expert maintains that connection, that trust. And that expert, that consultant will make it make sense. That's been my message all this year, 2025, to folks, whether you're in retail or community space. Make it make sense to the buyer. They already reached out to you because they want a house. You don't have to sell anybody. They are sold. Go back and listen to some of these other episodes from back a few months ago when I talked to you about the 6 steps of transformation. People are already sold by the time they reach out to you. You don't have to sell anybody. You know who needs to be sold? You need to be sold. You need to be sold on the fact that selling manufactured homes is not what it was 5 years ago. It's not what it was 10 years ago. For those of you guys that have been out there, maybe you have a leader in your organization that has been in the industry for years and they're telling you that this is the way. I'm telling you, that's not the way. You want to see some people that are doing this at a high level. And you want to just go listen to them. Watch their stuff, learn, right? Like they say, success leaves clues. Go find those people online. I can give you all, look, man, I've had this guy on our mastermind call. He shared a great deal of information a few months ago, our Path to Mastery collective mastermind that each and every one of you can be a part of. His name is Dustin Mason. He's a sales consultant with Palm Harbor Homes in New Braunfels, Texas. Go find him online, Dustin Mason. All right. Check out his YouTube page. Check him out on LinkedIn. Check him out wherever you went. Check him out, man. That guy right there, the way he markets himself is exactly what I'm talking about. He educates. He makes people trust him. He follows the concept of Gary Vaynerchuk's jab, 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 right hook, which is give information, give information, give information, then ask for business. Give information, give information, give information, ask for business. But too many of you out there are still the old school of just pitching houses all the time. You're just doing walkthroughs all the time. You're just asking people to come and see this house all the time. You're not educating and educating and educating and then asking. That's the way society works today. And look, these feeds, when you go on your feed, check it out. We've been talking to people about this for the last couple months. Those feeds are full of ad after ad after ad. Heck, it's getting that way on LinkedIn also. So if you want them to actually stop, oh, wait, let me check out what this person is talking about. If you want that, then you need to be speaking directly to who you're after. You need to find out who is your ideal customer, because not everyone is your customer. Who is my ideal customer based on my inventory, based on my area, based on what's going on? Well, if you're in retail, who is your ideal customer for your homes if they have land? Who is your ideal customer for your homes if they don't have land? So you need to know what the average land costs are. What are the average improvement packages? What do those cost, right? And then based on your inventory, what is that total package going to be? And based on today's rates, even though they've dropped a little bit, still 6.25, 6.5 if you're going FHA, and then you're still going to be up higher than that if you're going conventional or chattel, right? So you got to know all these scenarios, and then you, based on that, now what you do is you figure out who is your ideal customer, right? What kind of work do they do? What are their pain points? And that is who you market to directly. Are you this type of person? If so, I have a solution for you. Then that makes me stop. But until you start doing that and you just put out a house, man, and you just put out a picture, you're going to get the same old thing you've been getting. And it's harder to sell those, right? Look, there is, you hear me talk about all the time. The manufactured home industry serves 9 to 11% of the entire American market, housing market. 9 to 10%, that's it, right? There'll be a little over 130,000 manufactured homes sold throughout the country this year. All right, even at the 2% increase over last year, it's only 103,000. That buyer, that 10%, that's the manufactured home market anyway. That's the manufactured home buyer anyway. You really want to make an impact. You really want to, you want to go out and crush it in 2026. You need to get better, and you need to start reaching up. You need to level up, and you need to go after that site build buyer. I'm going to say this until I am dead. Which sometimes feel like it's going to be tomorrow, right? I'm all joking aside. You need to level up, and you need to figure out a way. How can I get that site built buyer to come and do business with me? Because they're doing it. You know where they're buying manufactured homes from? They're buying it from builder developers. They're coming into the market, folks. Every trade show that I go to, there's more and more of them. Every show that I go to, there's more financing companies coming in for the builder developer. Man, every show that I go to, the manufacturers, you guys are out there. Yeah, Cavco and Champion and all you guys putting programs together for builder developers, because they know that's what's going to expand the market. That's what's going to grow this thing. That's what's going to take us from the 10% to the 15 to the 20 to the 25%. Your prices are already there. You have to understand that. So that's why I go back to what I just said. You need to be sold. You need to understand that you have so much more potential, that you have so much more market share, that you have so much more ability to go out and execute and really change your life while you're changing the lives of other people. Trying to not touch the table so it doesn't rock the camera. Guys, you need to be sold. As Grant Cardone says in his book, right? Sell or be sold. You need to be sold on the fact that what you do, what you offer, who you are, your company, your product, and the price point that you're at, it's the best thing for everyone. And that is the passion that you need to put out there to the world. But it starts with the way you show up every morning. How are you showing up? Are you showing up ready to go? Or are you coming in struggling? Are you coming in yawning? Are you coming in and then just hanging out for a little bit? Let me work up to it. Or are you coming in fired up, ready to go, ready to execute, because you know that it is on you and your shoulders only to change your world, to change your stars, to take your family from where you're at to where you want to be. I put out stories this morning talking to the folks out there that maybe grew up, maybe you guys grew up like I did, Dirt poor, man. Dirt freaking poor. For those of you that don't know me, I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Okay, grew up on the west side of San Antonio. You look it up, it's the worst side of town. I graduated from high school from the poorest school district in the state of Texas. Man, when I went through high school, I did not know. No one stopped to tell me that, man, there's more to the world. There's more to life. I always looked at people that were successful and I thought, man, they're lucky. Wow. What would it like? What would it be like to be like, man, that stuff's not for me. I'm just not in my, I just got to work. That was me. That was me till I was in my 30s, man. I would bust my ass. And I thought that, man, if I make 75, 80 grand, if I make 100,000, wow, when the first time I made $100,000, I was like blown away. I was like, holy you know? Now I'm here to tell you, you are in a career. You need to let those stories go. Whatever story you're telling yourself as to why you cannot be a multi six-figure earner. Man, I can't make 300,000. I can't make 500,000. Whatever is keeping you from believing that, you need to let that story go and you need to go out and execute because you are in an industry where you can do that. You can do that. You are in an industry that needs you to help it level up. You are in an industry where people need you to help them. This passion that I have for what we do is incredible. The passion that I have for helping people break through those stories that they tell themselves and just reach another level personally where they start executing differently, they start living differently, they start operating differently, and then you see them win and they start gaining all of this traction in success. That's what I live for. That's why we exist. That's why MH Sales Mastery is here to help you take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. And hopefully you understand that from here forward. Yes, sometimes I get intense. Yes, sometimes I'm very passionate because to me, look, I don't gain anything from you going from making maybe $50,000, $60,000 to you making $150,000, $200,000. I don't gain anything financially from it. My team doesn't gain anything financially from you doing it. It's not like the more you sell, the more we make. No. But the more we pour into you and the more that you do, you win bigger and better for your family. You lead, you serve as an example to others, your loved ones, your kids, everyone around you. And now you start having an impact on the world. That is where we win because we're here to serve. When I started this company, it was just me working in it every single day, hour after hour, sometimes 16, 20 hours a day building this thing. And since then, we've been blessed. We have a larger team now. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 people on the team, 7 people on the team. Sorry. We've had a couple that came on and it didn't happen. But we are dedicated to you because we know that you are the ones helping. So go out there and do great things. The world needs you. It really does. It is that big. It is that deep. Because when you start executing at a higher level and you start operating differently and walk differently, people will take notice. And they're going to know that there's something different about you. And that is how we change the world. That is how we take that. Are you tired of everything that's going on outside there? Do you wish that it was different? It's going to take you being that example. And we're here to help you through it. So on this Selling Saturday, go and execute at a high level. Go and kick some ass. Get into your office and be relentless, as Tim Grover says. If you have not read that book, I highly encourage you to read it. Be relentless. Every single person that you look at that you see as a successful person, hey man, every single one of them came out of their moms just like you. There's no difference. They just went out and made it happen. So I challenge you to go out and make it happen. All right. Look, MH Sales Mastery, we have grown. We are bigger and better, and we've got so much coming out in 2026. This past year, man, one of the other reasons that I dropped off the face of the earth with 15 Minutes to Mastery is we've got new events. We've got our MH Sales Mastery Live where you can invest in yourself. Join us at one of the cities in 2026. We're going to be in Phoenix, Chicago, Orlando, and Dallas. February, May, July, and October. Right? We've got the owner circle for all of you owners out there, or you can watching it, man. You talk to your owner, tell them, hey, bro, there's something for you. Reach out to them, let them know. The owner circle is here for them. All right. We've got a whole bunch of other things coming up. And don't forget, look, you can invest in yourself. We are blessed to have been been able to partner up with MHI, the National Association, to be able to provide, redo, and build out the all-new PHC training program. So you can be certified as a professional housing consultant. You can use that in your title. All you got to do is go on Manufactured Housing Institute's website, go on their courses and education tab, and you'll see the program there. You can invest in yourself, and you can do that program and get certified and start there. That's the foundation. Go out and kill it, folks. Man, I got to get on another call, and there is so much that we're doing. We'd love to talk to you. Reach out to us, man. We're here to help in any sort of way we can. All right. And for those of you that are selling right now, all you housing consultants out there, look, I'm here to tell you, we have a mastermind group just for you. It's only $25 a month, the Path to Mastery Collective. We meet together. We get together twice a month, the first and third Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. Central. We may move it a little bit later just to make it more accessible to folks in 2026. But I will tell you right now, it's only $25 a month. But in 2026, it's going up to $50 a month. Still damn cheap for you to come together with people from all over the country. We have people from the West Coast to the East Coast, Midwest. They all are part of these calls, and you can be too. And we share information. We've been talking AI the last few weeks. And guys, we've got some things out there for you that you can use to your advantage, no matter where you're at in the country. So come be a part of the Path to Mastery Collective. I invite you to do that. Invest $25 in yourself per month and watch what happens. Just start with that. Go on our website, manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. That's going to change soon, right? Manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. Click on Mastermind, get the details, and go get signed up because it's going up January 1. All right, guys, I'm so excited. Look, I can't believe that I got away from this. I'm excited to be here with you again. 15 Minutes to Mastery. Thank you very much. Share the info out there. Get it out there. Let everybody know we're going to be back in here every single day. It may not be live every time, but it'll be every single day. It'll be in the mornings. Haven't decided on the time yet. You guys go out there and kill it. Crush it. Have a great selling Saturday. Hey, man, go in the comments here. 1, share your thoughts. But 2, at the end of the day, come back in and share your successes. We'd love to hear. All right. You guys have a great day. We'll be talking soon. All right. We're here to take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. Till next time. Can't wait to meet you.